And we're back again with another harvest. In today's segment, we again are in our summer garden and we are picking out some of our favorite squash, or what we'd like to say, some of our favorite vegetables from our squash family. Obviously, our favorite would be our beans, trying to maximize in this season. So just while we are at our squash, remember to companion plant it. So we do have some of its companion plants. I'll show you when we move further down. Ensuring that the vines are a good distance apart of the powder that does develop on our leaves, especially when we get heavy rains and when we do not have good aeration. So as you can see, there are white spots on our leaves. So also just be careful to check your leaves as you are checking on your garden. Okay, so basically for us to cut our pumpkin, we're going to use a nice sharp knife, and we're going to cut it as far away or as far down as possible. For us to pull it out, we do a few things. So obviously we're going for that hollow sound. We're looking for how the stem is starting to pull away from our actual fruit. So you can see it's also telling us, it's also going like changing color. So it's also showing you that it's actually not, but also it's such a water-based plant. As you cut through, it actually feels like it's like giving us some water. All right, so be careful not to pull it on the top, rather hold the entire pumpkin up. I'm just going to put it next to a small pumpkin so you can see the difference. So this is the pumpkin we just harvested now, and this is basically how it still looks like as it grows. So you can kind of see that's how it looks like as it grows. And then obviously, as you can note, this is a female flower compared to our male flowers. So just so you can actually see the process in its totality. All right, let us harvest some beans. Come back along with us. Basically, we grow our beans up a trellis. This is actually really pretty because obviously we understand our gardening technique. Short in the front and taller at the back. So these are kind of nice because they do a nice covering over the wall. Just as you harvest, make sure you start on like one end and move swiftly along because there's obviously quite a lot and you can easily miss quite a lot of peas. So our peas have decided to go over into our neighbor. So we do have barbed wire here, so we just have to be a little bit careful as we harvest. Try not to yank it as well. Obviously the stem is quite fragile. Right, so the reason why we have beans is because it's a nitrogen fixing. So obviously we have a lot of our squash family here, and the beans just fix up the nitrogen that is taken up in the soil. So do remember to feed your beans as well. So we do a lot of coffee, we do bone meal top of the season, we compost like twice a month. So just feed your beans as well, but it really does feed a lot of your other vegetables in the garden. All right, we're gonna carry on taking out more beans here. Let's move on through to some of our jemmies next. Right here is the gem of the season, which is our gem squash. We also try to cut it up as close to the main stem as possible, nice and big. Let me compare it to another one. So really full in size and absolutely amazing. Nice hard shell. Again, you can try do the nail test there, and there are a few jemmies. So obviously we do have some jemmies on the ground, but we did try to take the main vine up on the tree to just increase that surface area, and then obviously some of them do drop down, but just to also ensure that it doesn't get tangled because it needs good aeration as well. So let me just get some more jemmies. Here's some more gems. Yeah, so just pull the stem out to ensure that so at this one it vines quite a lot, so just make sure to follow through your main stem so that you don't miss any fruit. I'm just checking here if there are any more. That's the beauty of these. Absolutely stunning gems. There was one that was hidden right inside. Whoop! I think I'll just take it out because I don't know how. Ow. Ow. This season, we are grabbing more cucumbers. Ensure to keep it up on a trellis because it helps keep it nice and dry and gives it a nice symmetrical color. Alright, so these are literally each one of them about palm size. Ensuring good aeration, we add some borage as well for beneficial insects to come through into this area. And then once or twice we do get one that bulges a little bit because we might have missed it on a previous harvest. So that's why it is quite important to ensure each vine is separated. So there's the 3 vines that we have separated by good space. And obviously they do grow apart. Every single harvest is that every single time there will always be one new thing that we've harvested for the first time in this season. So this is our little butternut corner, and we have pulled out our butternut. Quite important, always ensure that your squash family does have its companion plants. Until next time, this is a subtle reminder that a plant in your home is worth having. Until next time, goodbye.